Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of JDM Masters, and I'm here today with Josh.
How you going? Good to see you all again.
And we are here today at Super Autobacs. Now, Super Autobacs is a chain car accessory shop, what else do they do?
They also do service and maintenance, and they also offer aftermarket tuning parts.
Basically, this is the one-stop shop that Japanese motorists, not only just car enthusiasts, but like it is designed for anyone who owns a car, and they can come here in alternative to the dealers, because here you can do like oil change, tire rotation, and even things like
transmission fluid change, brake fluid change, even touch up of any damage on your paintwork, headlight restoration, wheel balancing, wheel rotation.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Actually covers enough of what the dealers can do, and a lot more, because you can buy car accessories, which we're going to go check out later inside. So come along with us. In a typical Autobacs, now we're in actually Super Autobacs, which is a little bit larger than the neighborhood normal Autobacs. The Super, as the name implies, provides a little bit more services. Behind me here are the service pits where they do oil change and brake pad change, coolant, and a lot of your typical car maintenance things. It's very, very clean and organized. The same standard as you would expect in a authorized dealer. And this particular Super Autobacs also has a used car section, which we're going to take a look later on. There's an R34 GTR there for sale, interestingly. And over on that side over there, it says tire fitting center, and they also do maybe suspension and just another room for grooming and also car wash. We are in Route 246, which is in Kanagawa, and amidst this whole pandemic situation, we're all masked up.
Yeah, we're all protected.
All protected. Just interestingly, because this video today's made on April the 9th, and there are not as many people around.
Oh, it's quiet.
It's really quiet.
It's a Thursday day today, around the afternoon. It actually should be more busy. The road's pretty quiet. And another thing about Route 246, our first video we did on Yabitsu Toge is actually related to Route 246 as well.
You can check out the video over here, and also Tome, which also we did, is also on 246. So very big trunk road. We've noticed lesser traffic recently. Just a little short JDM Masters situation report.
As I was coming here from work, I went on the Shitoko Expressway, and usually it's pretty congested traffic, but this time it was pretty smooth sailing.
So before we go inside, I just want to have a quick look at some of the cars that are on sale here. Now this is very unusual because the normal Autobacs doesn't actually sell cars, but here at the Super Autobacs in the Route 246, we have a 34 GTR going for 9 million yen. That's about 90,000 US dollars right now.
Yeah, around that.
Very low mileage, 26,000 kilometers only, bright silver, maybe 1 or 2 owners, no accidents. Get yours now while you still can.
Before they go up.
What else do we have here?
We have a Toyota Velfire here. That's going for the equivalent of about 50,000 US, 50,000 and a half US. We have the Lexus IS300H here, a hybrid variant of the Lexus IS300. Pretty low mileage as well, around 26,000 kilometers for around the price of 25,000 US. We have another Lexus IS300H here as well.
This one's almost double, 1 million yen more expensive, but half the mileage.
Yeah.
But they look the same in condition. It's really interesting. They keep the cars so well in Japan.
Yeah, they do like low mileage. This is like facelift over there.
Yes.
Yeah. It's also a facelifted version, and very low mileage. It's probably only had 1 service in its lifetime, according to the mileage. We do have here the GT86 going for around 20,000 US dollars, or about 40,000 kilometers of mileage. That's not too bad. It's been through its first major service, according to Toyota manufacturer standards. And the new Roadster, again, low mileage. It's pretty rare to find, back in my country, to find used car dealerships selling cars like this with low mileage. It's usually manufacturer-based dealerships that have this low mileage.
And I think it's also because it's a Japanese propensity to, they're very interested. They buy a new car and they get tired of it after like 2-3 years, or they change to the new model pretty fast. So you find a lot of these used cars on sale on the market, like within even 6 months.
You do.
I'm loving this one though. Let's have a look at this. Wow.
It's pretty low mileage for an old NA Miata.
I mean, come on, this is like 1995, so one of the last NA Miata Roadsters. Still has the Enos badge. I can't believe it's 22,000 kilometers.
And it's virtually stock, with only a few minor modifications.
Do you think this is overpriced? 1.4 million yen, so that's what, almost 15,000 US dollars? But
I guess for the true purist and traditionalist who does like a stock base, the price could be justified, but for the average person, who knows? It is a little bit too much for my liking, but then again, I can't fit in these cars, so I've never been able to properly experience it in a Roadster to get the true passion about what they're all about.
it's okay, we'll just remove the seats and put some cardboard and cushions.
Milk cake.
So Josh, you have a Autobacs membership card, right?
I do, but I have the basic membership. I just recently acquired it.
So it's still on a yearly fee that you have to pay, like 500 yen.
Yes.
I've been their customer for more than 16 years. I have a gold membership card. I don't have to renew any fees because I've used so many, I've come in so many times.
Oh, wow.
And I get free oil change service, free rotation, battery, and a lot of other more perks. And this is a really good system because Japan loves point systems, you know? And so you can also accumulate it on your Tsutaya card, which is a universal card system. So we can talk about all these card systems that are very unique to Japan in the future. But what this allows you to do is to get a huge discount on typical maintenance stuff, which costs quite a lot in the normal dealership, which is the attractive point of Autobacs.
It's quite cheap. I was surprised at how cheap you get your maintenance done. Very surprised.
We have a very nice lounge. It's so typical of Japan because it's made for the normal motorists, and they think about, bringing the family. So you can see here, you have kids running around. There's actually a little space here for kids to play while their parents are shopping around or waiting for their car to be serviced. Most Japanese facilities are very well equipped. You have a multi-purpose toilet for wheelchair-bound customers, a little nursery here, and the floors are always very clean, very well maintained. And on this side is a window where you can see the pits where the cars are maintained. I'm noticing how clean the floors are as well. This is probably at the same level as a dealership.
Yeah, it is quite dealership standard. And over here, these are the standard floor mechanics working on your vehicles, right?
Yes, that's right. So we have the name of the person, obviously, written in Japanese. And on the description below is the rank of their mechanics licensability and also their basic experience. So over here, this section is car wash and body coating, and it goes by K cars, small compacts, and bigger compacts, medium-sized cars, large and larger ones like vans. And what they call coating is actually wax with a water repellent coating, or you get higher grade ones as you go along. And just for reference, so if you own a normal size car, which is M here, for the keep coating, which they use paint gloss, and that's 24,000, so 240 US dollars with tax included. Do you think that's expensive?
Other countries can average around $200 depending on the level. This is quite sophisticated as well. I do believe they'll wash your car, they'll polish it, and then they'll coat it. So I mean,
it's quite a fair price, right?
It is quite a fair price, yeah.
What I like is that you can choose, there's many different ranges, and renewal, here's a renewal coating. Wow, look at this, where they, sort of detail your car. And so for the same medium size, it's $930. So that's like the full package, and it says it takes 3 days to get the whole job done.
I realized? That means you don't have a GTR tax when you're getting your 3-day detail done.
Yeah, because they go by sizes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this ice cream. Ice cream vending machine. It's something you never see back home,
No.
We have here chocolate mint, pure chocolate chip, matcha.
I love matcha.
Oh, and of course Japan has vending machines everywhere. They all work.
Yep, they all work. You can find them in the middle of nowhere. You'd be driving in some rice farm, countryside somewhere, and there's a vending machine propped up on a corner somewhere.
I climbed up to Fuji and there was vending machines there.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But they're 500 yen.
No, the water's like 800 yen.
Let's have a look at the prices though. So for a normal 500 milliliter bottle of Coca-Cola, 160 yen, that's $1. 40 something.
Yeah.
That's quite cheap.
It's cheaper in America.
You guys who are watching this, let us know in the comments how much is a standard Coca-Cola in your country, and let's compare it against Japanese ones. Are they reasonable or not?
Can you buy green tea in a vending machine back where you're from? Let us know as well. Or even canned coffee.
Now it's cold, as indicated by the blue, but in the winter time, they also offer it hot coffee, which is indicated in red. So I love that. It's such a lifesaver. In Japan, every kind of shop has lots of posters everywhere, just like the one we saw earlier, and it advertises the prices. So let's have a look here. You can do various things, ATF and CVT fluid change, and on the right side in red, that's the labor. Now you have to look at the prices in the small bracket with the little kanji, that includes the tax prices. One on the left is how many minutes or what the duration of the average job takes. Below you got brake fluid change. Are you in a film application? That's car inspection procedure.
For shucking.
For shucking, which is the MOT in the UK.
Registration, rego inspection.
So there's quite a lot of things they will do at Autobacs, like even simple repair for the bumpers, glass crack repair. Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot of things. Power street fluid.
Let's start with the lubricants section. This is quite a universal brand. You have your Castrol Edge, different grades, different weights, different API ratings, and for different systems. Let's say it's like a hybrid system or a diesel, petrol. If you need synthetic, mineral-based oils. So you have a synthetic-based 0W16 over here. Around 4 liters sets you back about around 60 US, $45 US as well. The Castrol stuff, the Mobil stuff. Again, different blends, different prices ranging anywhere from $32 to $43. You have your engine additives, conditioners, injector cleaners, engine intake conditioner here, Wakos, which is quite a popular Japanese brand. I never saw these back home. And fuel system treatment, around $16. A few other things here as well. Okay, so you have your oil filters here. You have your Bosch stuff here, anything from spin-on to cartridge type filters. Let's just pull random one off the shelf. So a cartridge filter, Volkswagen Passat. Okay, so this is general Volkswagen Audi stuff right here. It's around $27 for a cartridge filter. You have different brands as well. Another brand, Pia, $21. Magnet oil filter, so if there are any metal shavings, the magnet picks it up in the oil filter, apart from the cartridge material inside. That's a Z8. What does Z8 mean? It's a certain standard, so you know which oil filter you need for your car. You saw the Z rating. What does that mean? It tells us pretty much what we can use for our cars. So let's move on to the catalog here and see what we need. So let's say for Japonix GTR, engine VR38 DETT, depending on the year as well, model number R35, the oil filter, the wrench, which means a special adapter you use to take on and off the oil filter. And it does just give you a very brief viscosity rating as well, and your capacity. So just oil is around, let's say for example, this one, 5 liters with the filter, 5.5 liters, and Z5. So we move on, go to Z5. Okay, and here we are. It's pretty small, around $17 for a Z5, the GTR. So we have the same setup as well for the oil filters you have, and the engine oils, where you have a catalog and you can find what grade of oil you need to make sure you're putting the right oil in your car. So let's move on to the next section. On this side we have the air filters, and on the other side we have some car batteries. Moving on with the air filters, we have an aftermarket, mostly Nitto stuff. Again, as we were going on about the numbers, depending on what the grade and the catalog you use to see what the numbers are. And the prices do vary anywhere from 1,000 yen to around 4,500 yen, which is $10 to $45. They are aftermarket, but they are produced close to what the manufacturer recommends and demands. Let's move on to the cabin filters now, or air conditioning filters. Why are these important? Over time, as you can see here, here's a new air filter, nice white, nice and clean. Time it does build up with dirt, dust, grime, and over time that can clog up and reduce the effectiveness of your air conditioning system, but also introduce some contaminants into your cabin and cause illnesses or problems. Let's look at the batteries now. You have your standard Autobacs branded batteries, anything from typical lead acid batteries to AGM, aggregate gel mass style batteries. And prices again range from anywhere from $100 or 9,900 yen to $340 US. They have sizes from almost every sort of road car, from K cars all the way up to your large commercial size vehicles. We even have another device here, which is a battery checker, and that tells you pretty much the life of what your battery is. You can buy this for around 1,500 yen, or about $15 US, around that. So move on to the engine oils. We did have our standard engine oils, and now we have our racing spec engine oil stuff, fully synthetic, has all the additives, but the life of these is very short compared to standard engine oils.
So guys, unfortunately, the main Autobacs office have requested that we shorten the video because due to the current coronavirus situation. So we're just gonna go quickly and show you little bits of everything in 10 minutes. So please bear with us.
Moving on, you have your wiper arms and wiper rubbers over here, okay? There's other side, some battery accessories and further batteries, jumper cables, etc. You have some aftermarket floor mats based on what you need over here.
I really like this because you can have like a wide variety of, customized stuff here, like, deep dish style to keep dirt in your, from floor mats to rubber ones.
Yeah.
And they even have like funny seat cushions laying over the seats, maybe to protect the seats or just provide. But honestly, I don't really like these that much because they kind of slip. But such is like the Japanese variety. Here's one of my favorite items. It's a trunk or boot space tray to keep your, it's like an anti-slip material. Actually, I'm going to get one of these right now for my car.
Are you?
This is so cool. Moving on, this is one of my most favorite sections, Josh. You know what that is? Now, this is really, really great. Japan is one of the only few countries that allows radar detectors legally.
Yeah.
And look at this, it's high tech. You even have the map inside, and it has records of all all the speed cameras and like even police stations, and you can even detect the radar of police cars going around.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And it's only legal because it's a safety thing. If you know that that area is well patrolled and well enforced, that means that it's safe for you to drive there without any dangerous drivers. That's the legal reason. Let's move on to the fun part, the tuning section.
Huge subwoofers style of the 90s instead of replaced by small ones. But what Japanese like, because they love one box vehicles or minivans, large amounts of screens which you can mount on the ceiling here, a huge variety. The bigger the better. This is just, such a Japanese thing. It's very interesting because Japan is a country that has a lot of roads to go out on the weekend, and they're always stuck in traffic jams.
So they're always watching TV.
Yeah, they're in kind of famous system. You can watch TV inside the car. It's one of the most popular accessories.
Yeah, the Wakaba.
The JDM mark, or not the JDM mark?
It was the JDM mark a few years ago.
But now people start to realize that as well. So we explained this in one of our top videos. This is actually the beginner mark. When you get your license, you have to put this on for like a probationary new driver's mark. This is for
elderly
senior citizens.
Yeah, to let people know that there's an elderly driver behind the wheel.
This is self-explanatory.
Yeah, and I think that's for elderly drivers as well, isn't it?
This is actually for people who are hard of hearing. So there are 4 different types.
Pretty good. Pretty nice. Try them out, see if you fit.
The Super Autobacs, they do tuning parts. Big company commercial tuning parts, which are available through a lot of different small dealership networks. So Super Autobacs actually carries big brand names, which you're going to have a look later, like Cusco, Kane, HKS, and sometimes
Blitz.
even TRD, Blitz, and this is a really good way for car enthusiasts who want to tune their sports cars to come and get parts and get it fitted. No fuss free. You don't have to deal with small workshops. It's a one-stop solution workshop.
So we have some number plate modification stuff here, some room lamps. Big tail lamps, custom style, as you can see here. LED, they call it a dual lamp setup. Very nice. We have a little section here if you want some aftermarket steering wheels. For example, you got your Nardi stuff here, your Momo steering wheels. Is there even personal? The Grinters, yep, it's all Nardi stuff. Some Boss kits and spacers as well, so you can fit the aftermarket steering wheels. Some racing gloves, racing helmets, and performance air filters as well over here. Some HKS stuff, super air filters, the mushroom style stuff as well. Even some Blitz air filters over here. Some exhaust silencers, exhaust mounts, exhaust gaskets. Even have aftermarket horns over here. And here we come to the racing brake fluid on this side as well. Endless, it's pretty nice. And endless brake pads as well. And on this side we have some Defi gauges, anything from pressures to readouts to tachometer readings. Silicon hosing systems for the gauges. Fujitsubo exhaust systems over here, approved, made in Fujitsubo. HKS exhaust systems and muffler tips. HKS coilover suspension.
And you can pick up free catalogs, which shows all of the current models as well here, free. You can have Etain ones, Cusco ones, and this is one of the great things in Japan. They love their paper culture, brochures.
Yes,
free
yes.
little catalogs you can pick up.
We also have some Tyne coilover suspension here. A little look at how it's made in the factory. Blitz exhaust coilover suspension here. Coilover adjusting and maintenance stuff here. Let's move on to here. Some more aftermarket accessories for lights. And again, we have some more accessories. Wow, it's just so much. You lose your track of mind about what's actually on offer here. We also do have some turbocharger stuff in catalogs here. FCONs, ECUs. I guess you'd have to use the catalog, look over the stuff and ask what you need from here and they'll order it for you. We got some synthetic gear all over here. And moving on. Come have a look at this, this is pretty cool. Endless caliper brake systems right here as well. And a price guide for your rotors, calipers as well, based on your car. Straight from there, you can see RX-7 FDs. Caliper lineups. The stuff isn't cheap. Aftermarket brake lines as well. That's pretty nice, isn't it? T37 with the endless two-piece rotor and... Is that 6-pot? No, that's 4-pot. 6-pot, it is 6-pot, yeah. Wow. It's very nice. And over here we have the electrical system, anywhere from bulbs, tail lamp bulbs, side indicator parkers, anything like that. You got your standard stuff. You've got your headlights, little LED things over here. It's just such a variety. It's hard to keep track and tell you everything. I'd be here for hours trying to describe everything. But anywhere from standard filament bulbs to LED systems and tinted tail lights. I do believe yellow headlights, yellow fog lights are legal, and some fog lamps, fog bulbs, HID conversion kits. It's quite a good selection.
One of the most popular customization parts that's been since the 80s are wheels of every kind. You have for dress up, which is popular these days with stands or like VIP cars, but also they do have some proper nice wheels for sports driving. So let's try to find. And now we have the classic Volk Racing C28, the T37s, modern versions of it with different colors, different sizes, different rims. So, you know, they do still support sports car drivers, as you can see here, new Civic Type R and also the VAB Impreza. But that's just really much about it. Rays, I don't see any in-case here in this particular shop, but most of the Autobacs can actually purchase, order for you most Japanese manufacturer wheels. So, because these kind of dress-up wheels are more popular, that's why you have these more on display. Now these look a bit like BBS, but they're not. They're probably knockoff Chinese brands for a cut cost price. But fortunately, they still do have proper BBS rims on this side here. going for about 8,000 US dollars with Pirelli P0s. The knockoff Chinese ones for basically $2,000. That's, wow, 1/4 the price with Eco wheels if you're on a budget. So, of course, you have all kinds of tires. Usually it's eco tires and standard tires. Now these days, because there's so much of imports from Southeast Asian countries, Korea and Taiwan, they do stock these up as well, especially, and also they have their own original brands. But if you order, you can get expensive high grip tires, but that's usually at a higher price. It's all just what do you call it? They order it and you come back, make it at home, and they'll fit it for you. So it's a one-stop shop, which is really, really great thing with Japanese love. And of course here, lastly, you have lug nuts and of different types of these locking mechanism types here for wheel protection by a popular aftermarket company, McGuard. One more thing, this is really a good thing to have. It's alcohol antivirus, alcohol wipe, so you can spray down your car. Guys, I recommend this. You can spray down your steering wheel, your door handles, your seats. So it's very good that they do sell these things in Autobacs as well. Elbow Media, you former drift hunter, YouTube shoot going on.
Hey everybody, I have a channel called Elbow. Please check it out. It's about cars and life in Japan. And it's pretty small. I'm still working on it.
So just a quick question. How many things in your car is actually bought from Autobacs?
Two.
Two items.
Two items.
So guys, that was a review, a very quick review, brief review.
Yeah, pretty brief. Sorry about that.
Unfortunately, when we have time next time, we'll go through more details in a more neighborhood Autobacs. The one that I usually go to, and also a pit, which is actually more than a normal Autobacs now. It's more like a...
It's like a car lifestyle store in a way, isn't it?
Very, very interesting. Yeah. But it was a good just run through today, and I've bought one item. I'm gonna check it out later. So thanks guys for watching, and let us know in the comments what other kind of things you'd like us to feature. We'll be going in depth later on into like more car mechanics. We've got a little video up here when Josh helped me change the brake fluid. So please check that out. And that's all from us. Until next time, peace out.
See you later. Bye.